Well, hello there, lovely. Welcome back for another series in my favorite fashion trends. I'm Deidra Murphy, your personal fashion stylist with Style by Deidra, and I'm actually your current Mrs. Washington America. So it's been a while, but the last time I came to you, I hadn't won Mrs. Washington yet, and that's a whole nother series of videos that we can talk about as far as my experience competing at Mrs. America back in August and just the fun times that I had there. Well, right now I want to start talking about some of my favorite new trends as we're changing seasons. The fall leaves are coming around, and you know, it's just more about that cozy sweater weather. And right now, one of my favorite trends is actually a color that I just keep seeing everywhere, from magazines to pops of colors here and there placed in prints. I am seeing kind of this goldenrod, mustardy gold, yellow color practically everywhere I look. And so that's what we're speaking about today, is my favorite color, that mustard goldenrod yellow. Mustard doesn't sound as pretty as goldenrod does, so I'm going to refer to it as goldenrod. But the hint about this color is it's a very, very rich yellow. It's not a pastel yellow. It's not a super sunny yellow. It's kind of that really warm, rich yellow that you're going to see for probably the next few months, especially as we head even more into the holidays. It's a very rich and luxe color that will pop beautifully with a lot of the holiday colors that we'll see this winter. So I loved this color so much that I decided to purchase this lovely Rebecca Minkoff Love Crossbody, quilted crossbody by her, in that color. And this is actually velvet. If you remember back probably around this time last year, I started talking about some of my favorite fall trends, and velvet was actually one of them. And I did even a whole blog on what I called Va velvet, talked about how to wear it. So even if you're just incorporating it in accessories like bags, chokers, you can really add in features of velvet even on shoes, and in very subtle ways that shows that rich luxe texture, even if you feel maybe uncomfortable wearing it in actual garments of your clothing. One little precaution when it comes to wearing velvet, it's kind of a stickier material, so be careful when you're wearing it with other fabrics that might kind of shed a little bit, for lack of a better term. For instance, I actually wore velvet pants the other day with a furry vest. Not a bad combination, or not a very good combination. Just, they looked great, but because the fur kind of shed a little bit, it was getting all over my velvet pants. So I learned my lesson. Don't wear something that kind of sheds a little bit with velvet, because velvet is such a sticky texture. So wear it with like silks and other garments, even like a polyester fabric that has a good weight to it that won't like cling and stick to the material of velvet. But back to my favorite color right now, this kind of goldenrod yellow. So I loved it so much I bought this bag, and I've just been wearing this bag out all the time because it really does go with everything. And as I started to use it more and see what other things I already had in my closet, one of my favorite things to do, see what's hiding in your closet as far as outfits and new potentials, I noticed that it actually went with a lot of colors and a lot of rich other textures that I already owned, even though it seems like a limiting color. So I wanted to touch on some of my favorite ways to incorporate that goldenrod yellow into your look. So this gal, my little mannequin here, is dressed very casually, kind of influencing from that whole boho trend that's still very strong. And I actually had this shirt already in my closet. It's actually a consignment piece from my favorite little consignment store in downtown Kennewick called Threads. And it's kind of got that boho texture, but if you notice in the floral pattern, it's a little bit of that goldenrod color within the flower. And I really didn't notice it before. What stuck out to me before in this blouse was all the greens, but then when I paired it with the yellow bag, I noticed that color just instantly popped out. So I loved this little kind of more casual look to it. I paired it with a little vest, some denim that's actually a high-waisted denim that's got the kick flare going on the bottom by Mother Denim. And you'll notice that little slight kicked flare, cropped flare. Those are still some trends that are going strong into denim trends, and we'll talk more about denim trends later. And then just a pair of higher shafted booties. And actually, I'm going to talk about that in another video, is some boot trends. But we're noticing right now a lot of the boots, we've seen a lot of the ankle boots that are cut down here. The shaft of the boots is coming up a little bit higher, not quite to mid-calf yet. We are seeing those as well, but then even back into the above the knee, higher than the knee trends in boots. So we'll talk more about that. But I paired it with a pair of little higher shafted boots for her ensemble. And actually, I've talked about this particular choker as well. It's handmade by Bree Guerrero down at Threads. Her company is called Fugio Designs, so check her out. She's on Instagram as well. She does a lot of handmade pieces, curates her own stones, and will even do custom pieces for you as well. So kind of a more casual look with that color. I wanted to also show how beautiful this color looks with animal prints. So I paired a little pair of leopard print booties to bring out and showcase that color together. I actually wore this ensemble the other day. I just had a really casual pair of jeans, a sweater, these leopard print booties, and this velvet bag, and it really just made my outfit feel very fall inspired, but the colors kind of made this almost yellow tinge to the leopard pop out. So I wanted to showcase how that color can really pair with animal prints. Now let's talk about some other ways to wear that color as well, not only with accessories, but even on our garments themselves. So I pulled out some other top options. So this is actually a little duster sweater, and then it has kind of that yellow color in there as well. So even with this bag, it's gonna look great. Throw it on with a pair of jeans, some ankle boots, or even higher booties, or even sneakers, and you're good to go. And it's a way to kind of make this velvet purse seem a little bit more casual as well. And then I also wanted to show, this is actually the sweater that I wore the other day with the jeans and the velvet purse and the leopard print booties. So if you followed me on Instagram at Style by Deidra, you probably saw that outfit just the other day. So this is a similar idea. The top is that same beautiful, rich, textured and yellow. This color is gonna look great with a lot of rich textures as well, such as like a really pretty emerald or forest green. You can even wear it with kind of this burgundy red as well. It's a really beautiful, rich color. So I just grabbed a little blouse to showcase that idea for you too. You'll probably see pops of this color in other floral patterns. So if you're a little bit leery of wearing or using this color into your wardrobe, maybe look for it in just a subtle print or a texture. So I grabbed a couple blouses that have a print. So this one's just a little sanctuary top, very on trend with the ruffles and the bell sleeve going on. Again, we're gonna talk more about some other trends that I see when it comes to blouses and looks. And then this one, again, another sanctuary one. It's kind of got a little peplum to it, but it's hard to see from the camera probably, but it has pops of that yellow throughout. So especially if somebody has a little bit more of a cool tone and they're a little leery of wearing a yellow, maybe go a printed route like this, and then you can easily even incorporate some other ways to pull out that color with it as well. And then too, to maybe tone it down, make it seem a little bit more casual, you could even take a blouse like this, throw it on underneath a sweater vest or just any sort of vest. Those are really popular right now, even the vests that look more like blazer vests. So it's kind of that long line vest look. Anytime that you can create a visual line going up and down, whether it's with a vest or a scarf or a necklace, it's gonna make you look taller and leaner. So you can easily wear a vest like that with this blouse, or even swap it over and put it over this one instead. Then I also just wanted to show one last thing, is that color looks fabulous with that beautiful kind of emerald green. So this is just a little top by Joie, and it's, I don't even know how to describe the color. It's a very deep, rich green. Plus it's got that texture of the lace on here, a little high neck collar on there as well, kind of a mock neck. But with this color yellow, it's just gonna look very, very rich and beautiful, especially if you were to pair the velvet on top of the lace. Very, very luxe. So I would wear something like this. You could tuck it in with a high-waisted skirt, whether it's a pencil skirt or an A-line skirt, or you can even wear it with denim and dress up denim for like a holiday party or something like that. And it looks very, very nice and sophisticated in a very easygoing way. So I just wanted to talk about my favorite color. So stay tuned for some more trends as we go into the season, not just with colors, but even patterns, things we're seeing in cuts and shapes for garments. And I'm really excited to just share some of my favorite trends. As always, subscribe down below. Head over to my website at stylebydeidra.com where I have lots of freebies like my free essential wardrobe giveaway, as well as my ebook, The 10 Fashion Rules That You Need to Break Right Now. So head on over for those free giveaways and other resources right now. Thanks everybody, and love you all. Mwah!
Hey loves, if you liked today's video, be sure to hit the subscribe button and make sure to check me out on Facebook and Instagram at Style by Deidra.